Hi guys, I am back for my week 10 and week 11 bump date for you guys. I've just decided it's going to be easier if I can just combine weeks for right now because the symptoms really aren't enough to justify, I think, a video on its own. And especially this next week, we are actually leaving for vacation tomorrow morning. We're going to go visit my husband's family in Idaho. So we will be gone for a whole week, so I won't get another video up next Monday. I'm thinking of having one on Wednesday or Thursday probably. But anyway, so into the bump date. Thank you for all your love on the last video. I still cannot believe that I'm actually pregnant and with twins, and it's just still, even at 11 weeks, unreal to me. So I had my second doctor's appointment, this time with my normal OB. This is the same OB that delivered my son 4 years ago, and it went really well. I was laughing because even though it's still with Kaiser, he didn't have like any of my files from the fertility clinic, so he had no idea like what treatments I had done, that I was even pregnant with twins. So it was kind of a lot of filling him in, but he did a scan and they were both looking great still. We got to see baby A was like moving around, and we could see fingers and toes, and they were kicking, and it was crazy to see how much they've grown just in, like 2 or 3 weeks times from the first appointment. And then baby B was sleeping, but both still had great heartbeats, growing a ton, and he could see that they both had they called it a fetal, what was it called? A fetal peak or something like that. It was basically the two sacs. There's a line that goes between them, and that shows them that they have the two sacs, they have their two placentas. So he said that I am actually not a high-risk pregnancy. The only thing that they will be doing differently is starting at 20 weeks, they will start doing monthly ultrasounds, which is not normal for Kaiser. Kaiser only does your initial scan, your anatomy scan at 20 weeks, and then that's it, unless you need to go in for, NSTs at the very end of your pregnancy. You don't get routine ultrasounds. So I'm not going to complain about that. I'm excited for the opportunity to get to see them more often. He did say as things progress and I get farther along, we'll look into what type of birth options I have. He said he had all these different, requirements for a vaginal birth. But he said that, if both babies are head down, we'll, try it. If baby A is the bigger baby and is head down, but baby B is breech, he'll deliver a breech baby if it's the second one. So all those different things to think about. But overall, the appointment went really well. I did talk to him about my concern about the progesterone and stopping early, and he just basically went on and on about how, he prescribes it more as a security blanket for moms, that there's really not any medical proof that it works, or so he just basically said, like, that's not standard care. After 10 weeks is normally when they stop it. So I have been off of it for a week now and have not had any problems yet that I know of. I didn't have any spotting or any cramping or anything like that when I stopped. So it was really scary for me to stop. I just felt like, gosh, after all this work, if I stop and something happens, I'm gonna blame that. I know, even if it's not related at all. But what he did prescribe me is he started me on baby aspirin, and I'll be on that till 14 weeks. So I take that every night with my prenatal before I go to bed. And that, he said, is just to help the blood. He said it like kind of coats it so that it goes through their bodies easier, because their veins are so tiny at this point. He said if there's any sort of clot or anything like that, that it could cause, an embolism for them. So that's a little bit reassuring. I started that right before I finished my progesterone, so it was kind of a little smooth transition. So we'll see when I stop everything, in a couple of weeks. So as far as symptoms go, I had pretty bad nausea week 8, 9, and 10, and then it kind of just has disappeared. There's definitely things that I have aversions to, food that doesn't sound good, but I have not been as nauseous as I was those past few weeks. Overall, this pregnancy has been much easier than my son's. I was really sick with him. I was kind of expecting with twins for it to be a lot worse, but it's just not working out that way, which I'm not going to complain about. I will take it. The only thing that I have been having is mornings. I just don't eat breakfast. I just am not hungry. There's nothing that sounds good to me. I have lost 2 pounds between the nausea and just not having no appetite. I'm trying to make sure that when I do eat meals, they're really good vitamins full of lots of calories, that good calories for the babies. But they seem to be doing fine. I can feel my uterus. My muscles are stretching so much. At 11 weeks, the babies are the size of figs, which is like 1.5 inches, so about that big, which is crazy that I have, 2 babies that size in there. So I definitely understand why I'm feeling all the stretching already. And we booked our appointment for a gender reveal. Right now it's booked for August 8th, which is the day I turn 14 weeks, which is the earliest you can do it. So hopefully they cooperate and we'll be able to, determine gender, and we'll know soon what we're having. I have no preference really either way. I think that boy, girl, 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 boy, boy, any combo would just be, there's so many positives to all of them. My son is convinced that it's a boy and a girl. He tells everyone he's having a brother and a sister, and I have to be like, no, we don't know yet. It's really funny. So that's pretty much it as far as an update goes. I will show you my belly, and if I forgot anything or you have any questions, just go ahead and write them below and I'll be sure to comment back. So let's see the bump. I'm in a dress today, so you're not going to really be able to pull it up or anything like that. So that's the bump for 11 weeks from the front and from the side. Switch it up. I feel like it hasn't grown very much. I feel like when I see it, or when I look at it, I can see a lot more. Sorry, the light's like freaking out. When I look at it, I can tell that I'm growing, but probably other people just think I ate too much. I don't know. But I'm expecting to start growing very quickly, very soon. So that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.